The restaurant was full that night. Soft music drifted through the air, glasses clinked gently, and low laughter blended with the glow of warm chandelier light. It felt like any other successful evening. Then it happened. A waiter stopped at a black man's table, looked him up and down, and decided, without a single word from him, that he didn't belong there. The judgment was instant. The disrespect was subtle, but sharp enough to cut. A glance that lingered too long. A pause heavy with assumption. Some guests noticed and quickly looked away. Others watched, curious, waiting to see how it would unfold. The man stayed calm. Too calm. What no one in that room realized was that the quiet guest sitting alone wasn't just another customer trying to enjoy dinner. He had built something within those very walls, brick by brick, dream by dream. And in the next few minutes, a single assumption would begin to unravel everything. He wasn't new to success. 4 years, he had worked twice as hard to get half as far. Early mornings, late nights, meetings where he was underestimated before he ever spoke. He endured it all, quietly building discipline, patience, and vision. Eventually, persistence turned into ownership. This restaurant wasn't just a business. It was proof that sacrifice meant something. He had chosen the lighting, the music, even the placement of every table, so guests would feel welcome, especially those used to feeling invisible. Most nights, he observed from a distance. But that evening, he made a simple reservation under his own name. No announcements, no introduction, just a tailored jacket, polished shoes, and quiet confidence. Across the room, the waiter noticed him, paused, looked again, and something shifted. The waiter approached with a menu but without warmth. No greeting, no smile, just a long, assessing stare. When the man ordered, calm and measured, the waiter didn't write it down. Instead, he asked if he was sure he could cover something from this menu. Casual words, clear meaning. Tables that arrived later received bread and drinks. His table remained empty. Minutes passed. The music continued. Conversations flowed. Then the waiter returned, with security. The tone sharpened. There was confusion about the reservation. Perhaps he was at the wrong establishment. Perhaps he would feel more comfortable somewhere else. Guests like him. The air thickened. He felt the familiar heat in his chest, the tension between dignity and reaction. He had faced this before in other rooms, long before he owned anything. Security stepped closer. The waiter crossed his arms, confident, certain. Slowly, the man reached into his jacket. A few gasps rippled across the room. Security tensed, but instead of anger, there was calm. He placed a single black and gold card on the table. The restaurant's logo gleamed under the light. Beneath it, his name, owner. For a heartbeat, no one moved. The waiter looked down, then back up. The confidence drained from his face. Security stepped back. Whispers replaced silence. Phones that had been ready to record humiliation now captured something entirely different. The man stood, not in rage, not in triumph, but in undeniable authority. He looked around the room he had built, the dream he had carried when no one believed in it. Then his eyes returned to the waiter. The power had completely reversed, because the man they tried to escort out was the one who decided who stayed. The room never felt the same after that. Apologies came quickly, from management, from staff, even from guests who had watched quietly. The waiter stood frozen, shame replacing arrogance. But the owner didn't fire him, not that night. Instead, he called for a staff meeting the next morning. He spoke about bias that hides behind polite language, about racism that doesn't shout, it whispers. It delays service. It questions belonging. It suggests someone should be elsewhere. Policies changed. Training began. Conversations that had been avoided were finally faced. Yet something lingered. Because he shouldn't have needed a title to deserve respect. He shouldn't have needed ownership papers to belong. This wasn't just about one restaurant. It was about every space where someone is silently measured before they're heard. How many people are still being underestimated every day? And if power hadn't shifted that night, would anyone have cared? Respect should never depend on status. So the next time you see someone being quietly diminished, will you look away? Or will you be the reason the room changes?